I don't know if I'm really I don't know if I'm really in the right live stream now or not. I accidentally hit the live button when I was recording. When I accidentally hit the live button, but since so many people showed up to say hi, Tyson convinced me to go ahead and go live. I was in the middle of recording. I'm trying to flash the T1 US version over the air. So far, it's not happened yet, but I think I'll get it. All right, let's pop out this chat so I can watch. How's it going, guys? Sorry. Well, should we try and flash this thing together? Thing is, I need to record it too. So, hey, Australia, how's it going? Yeah, I guess we're on a time of night now where it's like morning for you guys, right? Yeah, peer pressure for sure. Tyson's like, did you go live on accident? And I said, yeah. He goes, there's like 20 people in the chat. You ought to come back. And I was like, oh, well, great. Let's do it. Have I messed around with the Intel Movidius neural compute sticks? No, but it sounds awesome. Just save the live stream. Yeah, I could do that. And then I want to be able to edit it, though. I need to be able to add some things that pop up and stuff. Hey, I got... so I was able to... I'm getting better. Remember how I said I was going to do like shorter videos, or at least ones that were shorter to make? So last night, after the live stream, after getting kids to bed and stuff, I filmed for not very long, an hour maybe. And I was able to get enough footage together that when I went to work today and had some downtime, I edited up a video and it's done. So I'm ready to post another video tomorrow. How's that sound? This one's the one about that whole Xbox, the Xbox Live connection and those history stat sensors, about like how much time I spend at work and those things. So it's a quick one. It's an easy one, but it's got some useful stuff in it. So I'll get it up tonight and have it come out tomorrow morning. Bonus. I don't know what this compute stick's about. It sounds like it could plug into the back of my head and make me smarter. Is that right? Is that what it does? Still not convinced Skynet isn't taking over your home network. It might be. I certainly open it up. I certainly open up. 3:30 in the morning. Well, Lucas, thanks for being here. Like, oh man. All right, well, let me show you where I was at here. Let me get so I can show you so I can see what you're seeing. Okay, so you got here, this is the T1, the US version. And since I'm trying to do it over the air, I better stop this. Again, we're going to start this over. So I'm trying to do it over the air because as I understand it, the OTA is working again. So we're going to give that a go. And I got close so far, but I was having trouble with connecting to the IT network. And that was when I went to hit the buttons. I wish you could see. Maybe you can see if I put this over here. You can see it's infinity and beyond. So look, here's my, this is what I record with when I'm doing these kinds of videos. And you see right there, there's a button that says start recording. And then right next to it, there's a button that says start streaming. And so all it took was me hit that button. I went, oh shoot, hit it again. And it stopped. And it could not have been 3 seconds that it was on. But you guys are good. You guys are ready. That means I'm definitely not live streaming enough. All right. Well, now join me on this adventure to try and get over the air flashing to work. All right. Okay. Whoa. No, 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 no. Okay. So I was at the point where it was showing up over here, but it's not now. Okay, that's fine. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start sonata.exe. So one of the awesome parts about the way they're doing, or the way that we can do the over-the-air flashing now, is I think everything you need happens when you just click this Sonata executable file. It used to be you had to set up Python, and then it was just a Python script that you had to run. So it was a little bit of command line work, and you had to get all the right parts and all the right folders, and it was kind of painful. And it was very easy to mess up and get it wrong. But now, I think you just click this sucker and it takes off. There's a motorcycle outside. Loud one. Okay. So first thing it says is, whoa. See, this never happens when I'm filming. Okay, so the first thing is you got to put in the IP address of the computer that you're on. Oh, and it looks like it's not. This thing's not showing up. It's connected. I need the IP address of the computer that I'm on, and I don't like this 10.10. I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna take this out, put that back in. Okay, well, this is why you don't do this kind of stuff live, because it doesn't always work the first time. You made it, Bobby. Yes. Oh, yeah, we're on the Japanese time. So what time is it in Japan then? Just posted the Facebook group. Let's see how many come onto the live video. Awesome. Oh, you know what I want to show you too? Is guess what is on my 3D printer as we speak? Let me show you, because I can do that. I gotta get a better way to arrange these things. But that right there, if you can make it out, just barely. That right there is that the clip. That's the Sonoff Basic flashing tool that I think it was Mark, right, that designed it and put it on Thingiverse. I don't know how long it's been there. Maybe he just barely did it. I just found out about it today or yesterday, and I'm printing one up right now to check it out and see how it works. So it should be pretty cool. Looks like it's going to work well. It's a good design, way better than mine, because you can clip it and then you let go. You don't have to hold it down. Thanks, Brooklyn. Thanks for loving the videos. So if this one works, Tyson, I can mail it to you. You're not back from Montana for a while, but I'll mail it to you, or you can come pick it up when you get back, or whatever you want to do. All right. Yep, Shane. Yep, printing the clip. Shane was the one I think that shared it with me. Shane put it on Facebook, I thought. Mark did a great job. He did it a couple days ago, did he, Tyson? Cool. 12:35 in the morning, like in the afternoon. You guys are having lunch over there in Australia? All right. Okay, well, let's get back to figuring this out. So I need to connect to my network here. Okay. So that's there. So now I should have an IP address for this. Thailand, awesome. Italy, ciao. Oh, Trinidad. I'm sorry. I thought you said Thailand. Trinidad, awesome. What Facebook? Oh, Micah doesn't know about Facebook. Tyson, give him the link. I think if you post the link, I can approve it or not. I should have you already approved as a mod or something on this, but if I don't, I'll figure out how to do that. We can do some builds of something together when we get back, and we can just plan a day if you want. That'd be fun. That'd be fantastic. All right. Yeah, lunchtime. Awesome. Korea, hi. How's it going? Another live, right? Hey, there's Tim. New Zealand. Using the RFID scanner vid to create an interface for your front gate. Cool. Cool. Yeah, that RFID scanner is pretty cool. You need to be on your home Wi-Fi first before starting the EXE. Okay. Good call. So I am now. Maybe I should disconnect my wire. Nah, that should be fine. All right. 1437 in New Zealand. I get jealous every time I see a Sonoff Touch. Can't use them there. Why not, Shane? Can't use them? That's too bad. Wisconsin, fantastic. Louis Estau, guess where he is? Brazil. That's my guess. Not able to do links, just tried. Shoot. Okay, that means I'm going to have to do it. I can do it. We will go to Facebook. So if you guys don't know, we set up a Facebook group. And Tyson does a lot of work to make it all happen and tell everybody about it. Oops. Let's see, where did it go? My groups. There it is. Share. I want a link. Where is the link? How do I get the link? Private message. Oh, it's not going to do it. Come on. This is why I need Tyson manage this. Share this group. Can't I just get a link? Jeez. Oh, you're in Michigan. Go Blue. Awesome. Texas. I just need a flipping link. Come on, help me out here. Maybe I just do this. Copy this. All right. Maybe this will work. Okay. Hopefully that's the link. Oh, man. Anthony's fast. He already asked to join the group. We'll approve you right away. I thought we had auto. Oh, no, that's something else. Tyson, you're going to be busy approving requests here. Okay. Check Facebook Messenger. Oh, you sent it to me. I got you. Thanks. All I had to do was copy the link, the URL at the top of the page. It was kind of silly of me to be hunting around for a more complicated way to do it. Oh, well. Sometimes we do things the hard way. All right. Hello from New Zealand. Are you using an electronic lock yet? Integrated with Home Assistant. I'm using that, the magnetic one. Yeah, I'm using the magnetic one here on the office. I have one on the shop too, which is kind of just the back door for the garage. I don't lock it that often, to be honest, but because the kids go in and out too much, and it's just easier. Touch those switches, please. How's the sensitivity? Oh, it's decent. I mean, it doesn't take. You actually have to touch it. So whereas like the touch modules that I've been using in my zone offs, where I just take the zone off basic and put a touch module and fuse and that stuff on it, those you don't actually have to touch. You just get close. But these, I think it's probably because of the thickness of the glass or something, you do actually have to touch it. But it's very responsive. Works pretty good. Pretty well. Oh, Juan Pablo, Eagle Mountain, Utah. You may win the prize for being the closest. Not too far at all. Awesome. I think Tyson's probably all over the approving requests for the Facebook. I'm sure he is, because he's that kind of stand-up guy. Here we go. And there's Shane just posted. Kansas. Oh, Virginia. Who else is in Virginia? Eric and who? Tim? Really? So that's where I did my residency. We lived in Charlottesville for 5 years. So I know a little bit of Virginia. Mostly just Charlottesville and Richmond a little bit, and went to DC a few times, but not a whole lot else. Just installed the Magnaut this weekend. It works awesome. Patrick did. Cool. I love them. That magnetic lock, the strike plate one's fine, but that other one, that magnetic one, And that sucker's solid. I like it. It's a good, and for as cheap as it is, I mean, when you can pay, $200 and something for a real, smart deadbolt, you probably give up a little bit of the cosmetics and, you're used to locks working a certain way, and this magnetic lock works differently, but man, $15, totally worth it. West Valley City for 18 years, Johnny. Cool. We got a lot of Utah folks here. Centerville. Argentina. Sad for you guys. Wanted to see you win. Wanted to see you do good in the World Cup. My wife did a UVA PhD at Charlottesville. Awesome, Tim. That's fantastic. Oh, cool. Kiwi junglist. Surgical registrar. What does that mean? Does that mean you're a surgeon? Or I don't know what a registrar is. That's a different term we don't have. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm an anesthesiologist. So I spent all day today in surgery, keeping people asleep and comfortable and alive. That's what I do. Is there any transparent conductive material to connect with capacitive touch switches? Anything. Almost. I mean, I used a lot of 3D printed clear stuff, but you could use plexiglass. You could use regular glass if you had the right shape, like a picture frame. That would actually be a pretty good idea. Using like the glass out of a really tiny picture frame from like a wallet size picture frame from the dollar store or something. New Jersey, awesome. I love New York. I don't like offend you by grouping the two together, New York and New Jersey, but I've been to New York City a couple times. It's my kind of place. I like going there. It's fun. Like the plays. Love going to see plays. Troubleshoot the ANET. Oh gosh. Why did I get the Taz lulls? Well, I can tell you the reason I got the lulls bot was because when I was ready to buy a 3D printer, I knew nothing about 3D printers. And from the research I did, the lulls bot brand and that, all those Taz models were really newbie friendly. You didn't have to really assemble anything. It came already all calibrated, and it's been solid. I mean, I've been running that sucker for 3 years. The only hitches I've had is the bed, and that was mostly my own. The bed they put a really thin layer of PIE, and if you do a lot of ABS printing and get the bed really hot a lot, it starts to form bubbles. So I had to replace that. And then I did break the bed. I cracked it. It was hot, and I accidentally hit it with a spatula when I was trying to get a part off, and it just ran a big crack down like a stinking Grand Canyon. But I still print on it, even with that big crack in it. Still works fine. But otherwise, I haven't had any problems with with the parts, the mechanical parts, or any of that stuff. I run it off a little Raspberry Pi with Octoprint, and it's been beautiful. I mean, we seriously had that sucker out of the box and working within 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We were printing something. I was impressed. It was pretty good. It's been great. They're super pricey. I mean, super pricey. The newest ones, they're probably getting ready. I don't know if they have the 7 out yet, but they have a 6. I know they've had a 6 for a year or so. They're like $2,200, $2,500. That's what mine cost when it was new. Mine's a 5. You can get the 5s now for like $1,200. But I think from what I understand, the CR10, if I was going to buy one, and I haven't looked in a long time, but the CR10 seems to be a pretty good bargain and a pretty solid printer. I have a friend that has one, and he's very, very happy with it. It makes nice prints. So, all right. Sonoff boiler plate versus Tasmota and why? That probably wasn't a question for me, right? I need a 3D printer, but saving for the wedding first. Ryan, really? It's because, you could print a ring. No, okay. No, good for you, man. Congratulations. You're getting married. That's fantastic. Yep. Save up, get married, save up, and then get yourself a printer. Trying to figure out how to make a slicing profile for the Octoprint. I do my slicing with Cura. And then, I know you can do that. Octoprint has, let's look at it. There are, look, it's done. You can't see it, but it is. It's done. We're going to go check it out. All right, so Octoprint does do plugins, and they have a slicer plugin. Is that what you're looking for, Tim? Is that what you're thinking? Go here. You can look at plugin manager and this Cura engine. The Cura engine, you can't see it because I've got this other window in the way. That one. That plugin right there is the one that I use to slice. But to be honest, I do all my slicing because I like to put the temperature in and all that stuff so I can just hit print and it'll just go. But if you wanted to do the slicing, you know, in Octoprint, that's the one I use. There may be others, but that one works well for me. It has worked well a few times I've used it. So, yeah, S3D. Shane does S3D and then sends to Octoprint. Yeah, similar. I mean, I use Cura and then send to Octoprint. I think Cura is probably from what I understand, it's kind of basic. It's kind of like for the beginners, for the noobs like me. There's other slicers that have a lot more functions and things, I guess, but it's served me well. I've been able to do what I want to with it, so there we go. Yep. Oh, you guys are talking about that part. What is that part? Let me go grab it off the printer real quick. I know I had to get up and go get it. I don't have a robot to get it for me. I should. All right. So this is it. So you squeeze that. This is printed out of PLA, so it's a little bit flexible. It should still be pretty strong. I do a lot of prints with ABS, but ABS is really brittle. And so if you do a lot of this kind of flexing, well, first of all, I don't know how much it would even flex like that. It might not flex much, and then once you flex it, it'd start to crack, give us trouble. So I believe the way it's supposed to go. This is my first time putting my hands on this little guy. It's just like that. So you know this. It's got this little lip right here that grabs the side of the board, and then with your jumpers in there, let's put the jumpers in there. Oh, come on down. So let's see. Can you hear me okay still? I'm getting a little far from the microphone. Okay, let's see. All right, so 3 volts is going to go over there, so it's going to be like this. Mine are a little bent. Oh, man. Can't get them through there very well. I need to poke something through there. Come on. They are just barely poking through there. Let's try. I think I got a little piece of filament stuck in one of those little holes. It's probably that. It's not going through there very well. Let's grab some tool. Oh. All right. So we're going to maybe widen these holes just a touch. This is not a flaw of the model. I'm sure it's just my filament or my nozzle, something dirty on it. It's actually got holes in the bottom too, so you could put the jumpers through the bottom too if you wanted to. I'm gonna grab some different jumpers. So mine are kind of bent. That might be causing us trouble too. Let's see. Some male-female jumpers here. Does anybody else have a box that looks like this? full of scrap jumpers. Oh my word. So many. There we go. There's a few. Get one more. There. Perfect. Okay. All right. So let's work on poking these through. All right. So the 3 volt one is going to go on this inside. All right. So let's poke that through. Oh yeah. Now Pokes right through. Ooh, you know what? Now I think I probably widened it too much because this now feels kind of loose. Shoot. None of the rest of these feel loose. Well, he made this so it just barely pokes through. That's good. That's good for this. Okay. It's just barely poking through there. All right. Man, check that out. That's precision. Those things are just barely poking through. So, oh, man. See, I widened that hole too much. This one, I widened that hole too much. This one wants to fall out now. So we're going to fix that with a little tape. I think if I was gonna, what I'll probably do with one of these permanently is I'll just once I get the jumpers in the right position, I'll just glue them in there. I'll glue them in there permanently. Okay, so now, what the heck? What am I doing wrong? I'm not sticking through far enough. Pogo pins. You know, I think that's what he intended. Now that I think about it, looking at the picture that he had on Thingiverse, I think he had pogo pins instead of just these bare jumpers like this, right? Yeah. Why everybody loves Sonoff? Yeah, I think it's a little weird. So many Wi-Fi's in the room. You know, here's the reason why we love Sonoffs. We'll come back to this. I'm gonna have to work on that because I don't have pogo pins, so I don't think it's gonna work like this. But this thing is genius. The design and all, man, Mark's a genius. And I'm sure we can stick these in envelopes. You know, for this is $1 or something worth of plastic, maybe at the most. So we can get some of those distributed to folks that need them that don't have access to a printer. So the question: why Sonoffs? Probably the biggest reason to have to use Wi-Fi is if you aren't building your house from scratch, or if you just don't have the wires in your wall and you want to put something like a switch in the wall, a smart switch, but you don't have the wiring. And so you don't have this, you know, the sort of data size wiring, low voltage wiring. So then you're stuck. You got to use Wi-Fi. So then what are your choices? You go out and buy a $30 light switch, or you can buy a $5 or even $4 if you buy them straight from IT, but they do add shipping. You buy a $4 little switch, add a couple things to it to make it cool, like a touch module. I like adding the fuse, solder the wires on so because their connectors are a little weak. But, you know, 15, 20 minutes worth of work once you've done a few of them and they're fast. And you've got a switch that's as good as one of these $30 light switches for $5, $6. So that's why. But I do agree with you. There's a lot of Wi-Fi stuff, and Wi-Fi is not super reliable. And the more things you get, the more switches you add and all that stuff, the more potential you have for something to stop working. So, yeah, if you can use wired stuff, man, do it. And if I was going to build a house, I would fill it with Cat 5 wires or Cat 6 or whatever, and be ready to wire a lot of these relays and things, and wire them all back to a, you know, an Arduino Mega or something like that with a bunch of pins that you can have real wired connections for all of your controls and your sensing and all that stuff. But since we were living in houses that weren't built with this in mind, we do the best we can. And right now, the best we can do is Wi-Fi. So, would you have some issues with more than 20 Sonoffs in the same Wi-Fi? I think you could be fine with 20 plus. I don't know how many I have. I know that I end up with, gosh, if you count everything, 50 plus devices on the network at a time. And probably of those 50, probably at least 30 something of them are Wi-Fi. Not all of them are Sonoffs, but so yeah, you can do it, but it's more router dependent than anything. You know, how much can your router handle, and how confused does your router get with all this traffic? Some people do multiple routers. They'll have one router on a different subnet that's just for their smart devices, and then something else, you know, a different Wi-Fi router and network for their other things like their phones and their iPads and whatever else. But yeah, that's where you end up running into troubles. Depends on your Wi-Fi. Don't forget to do the Sonoff Touch. Oh my gosh, I forgot. That's what I was doing when we sat down, huh? All right. Okay, let's go back to this Sonoff Touch. See if we can get this baby working. Small apartment with no lights in the living room or bedroom. Install the Sonoff Basic into a handful of extension cords and plug them into lamps and fans to automate. Jeff, genius. That's brilliant. Isn't that nice though? I do think that as cool as it is to have them installed in the walls, and in some cases that's the best thing to do, but that's not the only way. It certainly is great to have the flexibility. You know, sometimes it would be so much easier if that was how everything was. If all of our lamps had cords instead of, you know, everybody's got lights built into the ceiling now. So running 32 channel 4 using Unify on a clan all solid. So Unify, that's the Ubiquity. Is that what you're talking about, PJ? I'm not there yet. I wish. As I keep getting, people keep recommending that, saying, "Oh, you need some Ubiquity, blah blah blah." So, and Satendra has a dedicated router with a different subnet to be stable. Yeah. Yeah, Unify. Yep. Yeah, I'll probably get there. I'll get there before too long. I bought the Google Wi-Fi thing that Rob from the Hookup was talking about, and I haven't even really got it running yet. I turned it on, and then I had some problems with the different subnets. I didn't want to change IP addresses of things like my MQTT server and stuff, and so I just went back to my old router until I have time to spend a day tinkering with it. Going to bed. See you, Stuart. Check out the Intel Neural Compute Stick sometime. I'm going to have to do that. Yeah, Travis says Ubiquity. We won't go back, I'm sure. That's what I hear. So I hear it's the end all be all. Oh, the fan module. Tyson, do you know about the fan module? That's exciting news. So let me see if we can go to my email and I will show you guys. So Sonoff made they made a fan module, and it's supposed to change the speeds of your fan and then turn the light on and off and the fan on and off. And it just barely came out. Like, I think they probably announced it or put it on their website maybe a month ago. And so, you know, I'm still waiting for mine. I ordered it as soon as I saw it, and I'm still waiting for it. But I know a few other people have it, and there's been a thread on the Tasmota GitHub page, and Theo just posted, I think it was yesterday, that it's done. Like, they've got it integrated. He got it. They opened it up. They figured out where everything went. They modified Tasmota in a couple of ways to have a module type for this fan. It's called the iFan 02 module. So if you have a dumb fan, you're about to be able to turn it smart with Tasmota in this thing. It's awesome. 4 fans is going to do duals. Oh, see? Good thing you didn't do it yet, Tyson. Good thing you didn't do it yet, because it's going to get a lot easier. And I think the module is, I think I paid $12 or $13. That was a sale at the time, so maybe a little bit more sometimes, but I know, right, Travis? I was impressed. Well, let me see if I can find that real quick just to show you guys. And then before I forget, Louis says, got to get back to the Sonoff Touch. And I do got to get back to the Sonoff Touch because I do got to get back to work tomorrow. Let's see, what's this? Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Maybe we can. Yes, this is it. Okay. So here's some of the pictures from the teardown. Oh, God, there's junk in my way. Oh, that's the wrong one. Down there. Okay. All right. So this is some pictures of the touch of this fan module. There's, I don't remember where they showed the pins. They showed the flash pins somewhere too. Right there. I think that's them. Can you see those? Nope. Yeah, right there. Right there. So pretty cool. And then he just posted 2 days ago and said, it's done, fellas. That's what it's going to look like. So there you go. 6.0.0b. See, Tasmota version 6.0.0b 2 days ago. Okay. Pretty cool, right? And then they said, hey, when are you going to get some video together? It's fun to be the video guy. So cool. So be ready. If you got some fans, head over to IT. I don't know if anybody else, I don't know if any of the other resellers have them yet, like AliExpress or Banggood or anything, but yep, four relay design, 1 for the light and 3 to go through the various. Yep, that's about right. I think that's right, Travis. There's something about I don't know how you turn the fan totally off as well. So I don't know if that may be the same one as the light. I don't know how that works, but we'll know. We'll find out. Contact Viv and see if she'll send you one. Who's that? Should I know Viv? 70 Wi-Fi devices. And they keep dropping off. So now you're running 2 Asus ROGs to cope with the load. Yeah. And it's all good now? Okay, good. So Roy's got the solution there, extra router. So that's probably the easy way to go. Banggood has it. Sitendra says, sweet. Yeah, I think I am the Tasmota advertising spokesman. That's cool. I love that. I'll take that role. Those guys do great work. I mean, what they've done has just been fantastic. For guys like me could I get in and learn to do an Arduino sketch? Yes. Should I learn how to do it? Yes. Is it going to take me a lot of time? Yeah. So with something simple like Tasmota, where I can do some simple commands in the console, grab some things from drop-down menus and such, and make a whole bunch of different stuff happen. Oh man, it opens up so many more projects for somebody like me. So yeah, I'm with them all the way. I know there's others, and I'm not saying those others aren't great as well, and they've got good features too. Shouldn't be really a competition. Just nice that we have choices. But yeah, I like Tasmota. I like Theo and those guys. They're awesome. The marketing agent at IT. Oh, was she like in the videos or something? You know, I have a lady from IT that has that I've been emailing, and I'm supposed to have some sort of affiliate link deal set up, but they don't have quite the streamlined system like Banggood and Amazon and such. So exactly, why reinvent the wheel? You betcha. You betcha. All right, let's give this. I can only stare at this light for so long. Let's give this one more try on the flashing here over the air. Okay. So forgive me if I don't pay attention to chat for a minute. Loving Node Red with Sonoff via MQTT Lee. Awesome. You know, here's a funny story. So, we started playing with Node Red, and Rob and I did that video thing together, and I did one flow in Node Red that I forgot about. And it was actually the one that I just talked about doing an automation about my car. So I went to find that automation because I knew I had it, because every once in a while it goes off and I can hear it and the kids hear it and they tell me to go charge the car or whatever. And I couldn't find it. I looked in, I have 2 different Raspberry Pis that are running Home Assistant, one to kind of tinker with and one that's our real one. I looked through the automations in both. I couldn't find it. Where the heck is it? It was in Node Red. I had done it. I'd done a flow in Node Red that said, check the car status. If it's charging at 10 o'clock, then great. If it's not, then sound this voice alarm. And I totally forgot about it. So that's where it was. So anyways, Yeah, dude, send me Vivi's email address because I need to work closer with them. So, all right. I should try Esperna as well. Yeah, I think that would be the one I will try on the RF bridge after Tasmota. I have 2 RF bridges now, and so I'm gonna use Tasmota on one very soon. I'm hoping to get that in the next week up and running and all worked out and video and stuff, and pretty soon. And but yeah, Esperna has some good qualities and some good things about it that I'd like to check out. So, all right. Ceiling fans, wonder how much hacking for a window fan. I don't know. Maybe not much. Does the window fan have that was my phone. Oh, that was Tyson sending me the address. Thanks, Tyson. That was fast. Yeah, they if it has variable speeds, if it has 3 speeds, should work. But it'd be fun to check it out. All right. So here we go. Yep, I got it. Thank you, Tyson. Okay, let us. Hey, Luis, we were talking. Man, we have talked about everything. We solved all the world's problems, Luis, and you missed it. Man, sorry. Just kidding. No, we so here the short story. Well, that's long. The short story is I was filming. I was doing the Sonoff T1 US version and trying to get it working with over-the-air flashing, and I accidentally hit the button that says stream instead of the button that says record. So I popped on the live stream, and everybody joined in, and then we've just been going since then. I don't know, it's probably been a half an hour at least that we've just been chatting. So we've been chatting about, most recently about the ceiling fan module that Sonoff has put out that the Tasmota guys have already hacked and already have a module type set up in Tasmota. So in the newest version, or at least in the development version, I'm sure it'll be the official version before too long, of Tasmota, you can now flash and control this 4-relay fan control module. So for like a ceiling fan that has 3 different speeds and a light, you can control it with this fan module that Sonoff just started selling for $12. Pretty cool. Run a poll on Facebook about doing a Discord. We can do the Home Assistant Discord. I think that's what would be best. Is even if we want, there's even a variety of different channels on there. I think it's all one big community. So head over to, if we're gonna do a Discord, let's do it all together with the Home Assistant Discord. I don't think we need just the DrZzs one or whatever. The live streaming. Winning. Oh, we should do the live streaming more often. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I mean, why not? So, Netgear. Oh, there he goes. Tyson made a poll in Facebook. Okay. So, back to work. Let's turn on this desk. Where did my other monitor go? Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Oh, it's still there. It's just below me. Okay. Did I say below me? Can I say that on YouTube? They're probably going to ban me now. Okay. Sonoff versus the relay with 400 bridge. My thoughts on Z-Wave, Eric, are short and sweet. They charge way too much. I think I haven't used them because I don't want to spend that much money. From what I understand, they're pretty reliable and they're great. But yeah, they're pricey. So they've got their own proprietary. I don't know if their frequency, their protocol, whatever. It's not MQTT. It's something else. It's not 433 megahertz. It's something else. I don't know. So if you're into Z-Wave, you're locked into Z-Wave. So, and it's pricey. So I like the hacked stuff. I like the free stuff. Not free, but I like the hack stuff, the cheap stuff. If you have a critical process, like maybe a door lock, like a front door lock, and you're really worried or about people really, robbing you or causing problems, then yeah, maybe spend some extra bucks and do the right thing and be safe and all that. But when you're just going to tinker around, turn some lights on and off, play around with, these magnetic door locks or fans, things like that, man, go cheap. That's for me. Yeah, so Joe says the same thing. Z-Wave, rock solid, but expensive. So that's what I've heard. I haven't used them. Example of how to close the garage door on a timer or automation. Yes, I can do that. Let's see if I can pull mine up. So when you run through an automation, have you done any automations? Let's see, who was asking that? Hector. So when you do automations, you need to have a couple things. You have to have a trigger, and then you could have conditions. Those are optional. And then you have to have an action. So the trigger, so say if you want to set up a automation to shut the doors at 10 o'clock, then the trigger is going to be the time 10 o'clock. So that 10 o'clock every night, that automation is going to try to run. And then the first condition you probably want to set is the garage door open? Because if it's not open, then you don't need to do anything. It's already closed. And so then if that condition is true, meaning if the garage door is open, then the action would just be to call the service close cover, and the name of your garage door as an entity ID, and then it'll close the garage door. So I know that was probably not super easy since you don't see the code written out, but that's the basics of it. That's how it would go. So how we can't start the Sonata again. Yeah, I know. I'm so easily distracted. That's the downside here. No way. Grandpa's place. Dude, thank you. That's really nice. I'm touched. I really am. I think, money is not easy to come by. You work hard for it. And, you think enough of what I'm doing to share some with me. That's really cool. So thank you, Grandpa's place. That's really cool. And that's not even like a little bit of money. That's real money. So thanks, man. All right. Let's try and do this over the air thing. Okay. Focus, Justin. Focus. All right. Okay. First thing we got to do is make sure that we are connected to the Wi-Fi. This computer that I'm working on is connected to the Wi-Fi. Very good. Next thing we need to do, I used to not always get this into programming mode first, but let's do that this time. So we got to hold this sucker down. It beeps once, that's not the time. When it beeps twice, nope, that's still not the time. You want it to beep. So right now you can't see the light, but the light as it is right now, it's flashing 3 times and then it's pausing, staying on, and then it's flashing 3 times and pausing. That's not the mode we want. So we're going to start that over. We're going to hold this down again till we get the rapid flash. That's not it. There we nope, still not it. Dang. We'll just keep holding. Come on, baby. Come on. Jeff, I have the smoke detector. I haven't tried it yet, but I have a spot right here in my office that I'm going to put it in. I've got it right here, sitting right here on my desk. It's right there. Ready to go. Thank you. Sorry, Jeff. I called you Jeff. I call you Jay all the time. I don't know, actually. Okay. There we go. Now we're in business. Okay. Let's quickly do Sonata. Okay, there we go. And now the IP address of the computer that I'm on, the Wi-Fi part of it, is 128. So I'm going to do that now. Guys have given away my password enough times now, so I'm going to hide it for a second. Okay. And okay, it hid the password. That's nice. And now it says I need to connect to the IT network. So we go over here and bingo, there it is. And we're going to connect to it. I've already put the password in because I've done it before. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. So see, this says error 0. I'm hoping that means there wasn't an error. But it says it's starting stage 2, so it must be fine. It says it's not assigned to any interface on this machine. I don't know what that means. That might be a problem. Please change Wi-Fi network to Aiden and make sure 128 is being assigned to your Wi-Fi interface. Wait, maybe I need to... Oh, it says that's connected. Cannot connect. What's going on here, guys? Disconnect from there. Connect to that. Yeah, I think it does still only work on certain firmwares. Oh, it's working. Did you see that? It changed over here. Can't connect to the network. What the heck? Let me open my router and see if I'm right about number 128. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am. Oh, no, it's gone now. 128 is not listed. Oh, that's probably because 128's... Did I disconnect? That's why. No? Oh, that's not it. That's the other one. It's my wired connection. Stinker. Now we've lost the IT'd one again. Oh, well, no, we did it. No, we did it. We're okay. Oh, now, so this has come up. This says you got to allow this to work. So we're going to allow that. Okay. Sweet. You know what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to record and stream at the same time. So we got to wait a minute until final stage pops up. So now this is the place where, let me hit record. You guys are all going to be part of the next video. Hopefully this doesn't crash my computer when I try and record and stream at the same time. So we got to the part with the final stage. This is the part of the process where if you have a version of the Sonoff firmware that does not allow OTA, this is where you get hung up. What does it say? After the first download is complete, within a minute or so, you should connect to the new SSID final stage to finish the process. Only disconnect from the final stage. So I haven't seen final stage pop up yet. Okay. I think we're doing okay. I actually think it might be working. What do you guys think? I'm going to stop the recording now. Oh, no final stage yet. I thought maybe it was going to pop up there, but it didn't. Windows is a little different. 169, yeah, IP. Okay, so tell me what Apipa is. Apipa? What's Apipa? Is that like a celebration? What is that? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. See, yeah, the final stage isn't popping up. Yeah, I think it should have popped up by now. If you see the message 5 times, that means it's not working. So we've seen it 3 times. So what probably is going on then is just that this firmware that's on my T1 is probably the 1.6. As I understand it, there's the newest version, probably the one that's on all of these Sonoff basics that have the pinholes soldered in. They're probably running their eWeLink firmware version 2.0, and that one, as I understand it, is compatible with over-the-air flashing. But based on what I'm seeing here, that I'm not seeing any final stage network pop up. Nope. So I'm going to record again for a second. Frame rate's probably going to drop quite a bit. So it looks like bad news. We've had 4 different attempts so far to find the final stage network to connect to, and it's still not here. So it's not going to work. Over the air is not going to work on this particular T1. It probably has the wrong firmware. That's okay, because I still have my USB adapter. Jackson's here. Have you guys met Jackson? Come on in. Jackson, you here, bud?
Good morning.
Do you want to put your face on the screen? We're live streaming again.
Hey.
This is my big boy. Come on down here.
Oh.
This is my big boy.
Oh.
He just woke up. He had a nap.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be flashing the normal way, Ryan. I think you are so right. No final stage for this group of brave explorers, Joe. I like it. That's awesome. Yeah. Struck out on this one, but it was worth a try. So, all right. Well, we're going to slam that down then. And now I can't remember. I have to go look up the process for doing the T1. So I'll probably do it. I still want to do it, but I got to get going before too long. What firmware am I on? I don't know. The only way that I know to find out the firmware, Satendra, is to actually hook up the device with the IT software. So once you connect it with the eWeLink app and it's all set up and working, then you can go into there and you can look at what firmware version it is, and you can upgrade it if you want. So actually, I could try that. If you go, I could probably upgrade it to version 2 and then try it again. Maybe I'll do that. All right. Huh. All right. Oh, cool. Well, Grandpa's Place, you show us what you got when you get it. So you found a light switch. So he says he's looked at this light switches like this one and doesn't really like the design. I can't blame you. It's certainly not for everybody. My wife doesn't love it. But for me in a few places and for the kids' rooms and some of those things, I think as long as I have a few that match, I think she'll let me get away with it. So you're working on a light switch that'll interface with the stock Sonoff that has the features you want. Sweet. Well, I can't wait to see it. That's going to be cool. That's needed for the touch to work. Bingo. I was always wondering that. I missed what Travis is bingoing about, but older firmware does not work with Sonata. Yeah. So there was the old firmware did, like 1.5, but then there was 1.6 and everything went. And now there's 2.0 and it should be good. Do a video flashing the Sonoff S31. Marcus, as soon as I have one, I don't have one. I can get them from IT. They said they'd send me stuff. I haven't asked them for anything yet. Most people don't like the touch. Yeah, it's too square. I think if I had to pick one thing about the design that has me off is these really sharp square corners and that it sticks off the wall. We like the rounded face plates, and they could easily do that. They could easily round off these corners, but maybe they will. Maybe they'll make a third version. And it's a good company. They do good stuff, and they've made good positive changes already. So, but boy, I like the idea of having one switch like this that I can replace 3 regular light switches with. But again, I believe, and I'd have to open it up and look at it and verify, but I believe you can only switch a grand total of 2 amps with this whole thing. I don't even think it's 2 amps per channel. I think it's 2 amps the whole thing. Hopefully it's 2 amps per channel, but it might be 2 amps for the whole thing. Yeah. Looks like connectivity error. Firewall needs to be disabled for Sonata to work. That's true. I don't have the firewall though. I think it's the final stage because that part did work up to a certain point. I allowed access and it worked. When you get to that final stage and the final stage network just never comes up, that usually is a firmware problem. That means you've got the old firmware. The ones that you have used to cut your circuit boards. So you take these, is that what you're saying, Grandpa's Place? You take these and tear them apart and use the circuit boards? Is that what you're saying? 2 amps per gang. Oh, good. I hope so. Oh, is that Tony? Hey, Tony. Oh, here's your package. Is this from you? ticking. Should I open it? What switches would you guys use in a new house? Yeah, Joe, this is the size of one normal switch, and you can switch 3 circuits with it. Oh, I see. The IT will cut you custom boards. Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. That is right. Oh, yes. This is going to be cool. I am excited about this. So these are Tony's ESP32 sensors, right, Tony? Is it all right if I'm sharing this? Tell me if I need to stop. And some batteries and such. Man, what a guy. You guys are awesome. I'll tell you what, what a great community. You guys are just make me feel good. Make me feel good. And these look like these must be, oh, these are the remotes, right? Is that remotes with the 3D printed buttons? You got a nice printer. He's got a nice 3D printer. And these must be door sensors. That looks like a reed switch. Is that right? Is this another remote? And another door switch, right? That's awesome. Oh man, I'm gonna need a week. I'm gonna need a week to play with all that. That's pretty cool. That's fantastic. I'm excited. This is cool stuff. All right. Well, Tony, I'll be looking for some guidance to setting this up, and then we'll put together a cool video for everybody to show them what to do, show them how to make it. That's going to be exciting. What's the Facebook group? Randy says, what's the Facebook group? I think there's a link. If you scroll back far enough in the chat, maybe it's the last thing I posted. I might be able to post it again. Yep, sure enough. So if you guys didn't already know, if anybody just joining us, we have a little Facebook group, and just another place to chat and discuss what we're doing and look for help and give help. So join up. Tyson's one of the best moderators ever in the universe, so he'll take care of getting everybody approved and joined and all that stuff. So it's a good time. Post fun things. And so, all right. Well, it's 9:30 for me. I got up at 5, and I got to get up at 5 again tomorrow. What kind of stepper modes did you get? Really curious about how you're going to design your setup. Are you asking me? Are you asking me, Bobby, what kind of stepper motors? Or are you asking somebody else? 5 requests in 1 second. It's because we got a great community. It's because these guys are awesome. Let's see. If I was building a new house, I would have all my electrical lines home run to one location and then have Cat 6 ran to every light switch outlet and make every switch in the house a smart switch. Chris is on the right track. And what I've been telling, because I've had a few people ask me that exact question. What do you do if you're building a new house? What would I do if I was building a new house? I would definitely run like Cat 6 cable to every door. You know, next to every door, there's usually a light switch. So when Chris is saying to every light switch, that's not always going to be the case, but you definitely want to do what Chris says is even better. Every place there's going to be a light switch, you want a Cat 6 cable that goes from there to some central hub, and strangle your electrician if he doesn't label them for you when they put them in. Because what we've got a lot of Wi-Fi stuff running, and we've already talked a little bit about the problems with Wi-Fi. It's great and it works most of the time, but if you want it to work 100% of the time and be completely reliable, then you want wired. You want a wired connection. And, once your house is built, you can't really pull new wires through the walls unless you do something crazy. But all right. Lost him. Who lost who? Are we talking about Ben? What'd I miss? You have 5 monitors. How will you manage? 90 new members just this week. Yeah, it's getting big. We'll get a couple hundred pretty soon. I think getting some Sonoff touches is quite hard to squeeze the Sonoff Basic behind my Switch, but they are ugly. Yeah, this is really cool, Tony. Thank you again. I'm excited to play with these things. yeah, the Sonoff Touch is not. I haven't yet met somebody who says, "Wow, I really love the way those look." They're better now than they were because they got them facing the right way, at least for us in the U.S. And the idea is great. The idea that you can have 3 relays in one spot in one box like that is pretty cool. But yeah, nobody loves the design. So, but actually, maybe what we could do. I mean, why are we being dumb about this? We can. Of course, this is connected to main, so I don't want to zap myself. But why don't we just make a new cover for the top of it? We could do that. There's no reason we can't. Ryan built the MQTT car presence boards. Have them in your cars, all wired to the radio circuit. Awesome. So use a D1 Mini Pros. Oh, cool. Well, I can't take credit for that, Ryan, though. That was Luma. That dude is a genius. He's in the Discord chat all the time. If you run into him, thank him for that project, because it's been working flawlessly for me too. So, but that's cool. You had so did you custom make them? You had the circuit boards made like from IT or somebody? Oh, had to remove them to resolder the 0 ohm resistor. Oh, how can you check if your FTDI is working? I get the COM error on the Arduino IDE. Oh, Lewis, I'm not sure how to check and see if it's working. Yeah, typically if you're getting that error, it's because there's usually one of 3 problems. Either you've got the RxTX switched, or you've got or you haven't selected the right COM port in the IDE. What's the other one? Or the board didn't get into programming mode, so you weren't holding the button, or GPIO 0 wasn't grounded when you powered it up. So I would tell you. So there you go. Lucas can help you out too. He's gonna give you some tips there. Does the LED flash when you try to write to the unit on this T1 Grandpa's place? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it does. This little tiny guy up here. You can't see it because my room's too bright right now. I got all these lights on for filming, but it's the little light on top there flashes when you try and program it. And it's got 2 different modes that it flashes into. So. Oh, I'm sorry, Grandpa. Thank you. I'm getting my conversations mixed up. He's saying is the LED flashing on the FTDI, Lewis. He's answering your question there. You can use the console monitor in the Arduino. There's another good. Yep, you can do that. BLE beacons in the car and receiver in the garage. That's awesome. Anyone used iBeacon BLE beacons with Home Assistant? Ryan's asking. Has anybody? Field replicable. All right. I guess I'm going to keep going on the touch. I was really bummed about Sonata. Maybe what I should do, let's try and set it up through the regular app and upgrade the firmware, and then we'll do it that way. That's going to take longer, but maybe we should try that. Okay. I haven't had a lot of success with the eWeLink app lately. Okay. Works with everything, they say. Do you know how to set up the tracking for when people are outside the home network? Shane. What I use, what I think has been the best solution is OwnTracks and Ben's old tutorial, Automation. That's how I set mine up, my OwnTracks. OwnTracks can communicate with your Home Assistant through either MQTT or through HTML. And I've had more success with the HTML. I think with the HTML, if I recall, you don't have to open a port because it works through DuckDNS. So as long as you have one port available for DuckDNS, then you're good. If you use the MQTT one, I think you have to have a different port open. And it's, from what I understand, less ports open, the better. Security reasons and all. Yeah, Ryan says OwnTracks is good. I think so far OwnTracks is the best. I also use the iOS. If you have an Apple, if an iPhone, and you use the Home Assistant app, it can also track your location. But it's not as, I don't know if it's super reliable, and maybe it's changed. And now that I've got them both running, I don't always know which one is recording or which one is reporting my state, but one or both of them are, so it works. Okay. Yeah, check out Bro's video on it. It was good. It helped me. That's how I set mine up. Okay, I'm gonna unplug this guy. Oh no, I don't want to unplug it. I want to set it up with this. Oh, excellent, Tony. Good. Yeah, post that stuff about your BLE things in the Facebook. And even try Google Maps sharing for location, Travis. I haven't, but they used to show up. I used to have a map on my, maybe I had Google Maps installed when I was using Haspian, and now I don't have it on Has.io, and I haven't reinstalled it. Maybe that's why it's not there anymore. I used to do it, and it was fantastic. I loved it. I could look at the map, and without even, it's just quicker to recognize where people are in the family based on where they are on the map instead of looking at their states. So I did when I was using Haspian probably 6 months ago. I had a map. Now I don't. It's better Tasmatized, Luis. I'm going to Tasmatize it one way or the other. Failed. Please check network connection and try again. Whatever. Okay. We're going to do this. Okay, let's get this sucker into programming mode again. I'm going to film as we go here, okay? Nah, I don't need to film this. Do I need to film this part? Nah. I'll just talk about it after. Okay, it's in this mode. So now we'll do next. And hello. Oh, I know why. Because my phone needs to be on a different Wi-Fi. My phone can't be on the 5G Wi-Fi if I'm gonna connect to this switch. So go to the 2. All right, now we go back here. We'll see if it works. Like I said, I haven't had success. I've tried this a couple times with other Sonoff devices recently. I can't remember which ones it was. I think I tried doing the RF bridge through the app and setting it up first because I was going to try and over-the-air flash it, and I just couldn't get it to connect to the network. I don't know. I was probably too tired or something when I tried it. Can I do a video talking about Habmin? Just another option. What's Habmin? I don't know Habmin. Is that like an alternative to a Home Assistant? Not sure I've heard of it. Bradley, tell us about it. Througher still says, what switch would you guys use in a new house? Hey, Tyson. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. You guys thank Tyson for encouraging me to get back on. I hit the button to stream on accident, and I clicked it back off again. Just clicked it on, clicked it back off, and then Tyson starts texting me saying, "Hey, come on, there's a bunch of people here. Let's have a stream." So here we are. So thanks, Tyson. Have a good night, man. Safe trip. Have a safe trip. He's going up to Montana for a little vacation. Tasker script that runs on connect and disconnect from Wi-Fi. It posts the SSID name and an HTTP Home Assistant sensor. Kiwi, does that work? Does that tell you? That tells you if you're home or not. Does that tell you if you're someplace else, like if you're at the store or school or work or something? Because I think that's what a lot of people look for. For me, I like knowing when I'm at work and when the kids are at school. I know they made it and they're not playing hooky. Not that my kids would play hooky, but I like to know when my wife's at Walmart so I can put a hold on the credit card. That kind of stuff. Tyson Brooks is the man. Oh, it says failed. Pairing failed. Try again. See what I mean? Okay, that says it's there. So we're going to go next. That's that Wi-Fi, so it should work. And now we just wait. It takes 3 minutes. Hey, Jay. How's it going? On disconnecting, it posts away. Yeah. So some of these, like own tracks, you set up zones in Home Assistant based on longitude and latitude and a circle of diameter of how big of an area it is, and then you can label that zone. And then when your GPS reports that you're inside that zone, then the state of your is it presence detector or whatever, then the state of you, like your sensor that applies to your phone, reports where you are. So like mine will say I'm at work, and then we've got kids in elementary school, junior high, and high school. So we've got one for each of those places. And then just to tease my wife, I did put like Costco and Walmart and stuff on there because those are the places she goes all the time. And it's really nice to know, I can look up and say, oh, Jackson's at school. He must have had something after school. That's why it's 4 o'clock and he's not home. Stuff like that. You can also force OwnTracks to update its location from Home Assistant. Ooh, Patrick's got a sketch that's similar to Ben's for the blinds. Man, do I want to do some blinds, but I don't want to just modify my blinds. I want blackout curtain, oops, I'm sorry, hit the mic. I want like a roll down blackout curtain. I don't think this is going to work. This is still waiting for this pairing. I don't think it's going to work. The light's still doing the right kind of flashing, but maybe you can see it if I dim it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. I don't know. Create automation flows based on location. Nope, failed again. Piece of crap. Okay, quit pairing. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe if we put it in the other pairing mode. Let's try this. Come on, you stinker. Compatible pairing mode. Okay, yeah, we'll try this. But for this to work, we need to hold this button down longer. That's not it yet. Ah, shoot. Messed it up again. Man, won't go into the right mode here. Okay, we got it in the right mode. Let's try this again. We're trying it the old way. Let's see if this will work. This will make it so we have to connect to that other. We're going to see if the IT network is showing up. It's not. Nope. Well. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's try it. Okay. This is promising. We may actually get this thing connected. Okay, so we connected to the IT network, and now we're going to tell it about my network. Okay, now I think it's going to work this time finally. Had to do it the old way. They have this new mode where it blinks 3 times and then pauses, and then blinks 3 times and pauses. That's the mode I've tried. I failed on this one, and I failed with the RF bridge to get them to connect that way. So they're down at the very bottom of the page. There's another way to do it. That's the sort of that I remember, the old way, where you connect to the IT network, put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then give it your Wi-Fi information. So that works. I'm using iPhone, so maybe that's why. Maybe the iPhone. I think you're right. I think I know what you're talking about. It says you use one method if you're on an iPhone and a different method if you're on Android. Right? Sitender said, I think you're right. Did anybody use some RF sensors with Home Assistant? Got an RF motorized curtain I want to use with Home Assistant. Jay, have you seen the RF bridge? I don't think the MQTT thing, well, we're not done with the RF bridge, should say. The RF bridge still has some, can you send Send it back to me. Here, I'm gonna show Luis if that's okay. I'm showing your address, I guess, that you posted. I don't know. Now I was hopeful that this thing was gonna work, but now it's stuck in pairing again. And it doesn't seem to be making progress. Grr. I'd like to try the Slamfer also. I had to look that up. Somebody asked me, would you do a video on the Slamfer? And I was like, I have to look that up. I don't even know what you're talking about. But yeah, now I know what it is. Yeah, I think we can do that. Oh, yeah. It takes a long time for it to detect your home. Yeah. I don't know exactly how mine works sometimes with when it's home, when I'm home, when I'm not. I think it is fairly accurate, but not 100%. A lot of people like the Broadlink for RF. Yep. This thing's not even moving. I didn't even show you. Look at that. It's not even moving. It's been on that same amount forever. I bet you this thing. Yeah, this thing's not in pairing mode anymore. Grr. I'm just gonna bust this thing open and flash it the old-fashioned way pretty soon. Oh well. Use Android? Yeah. I don't have one. Oh, we do have one. My one son has an Android phone. I'm gonna try this again because it's not working. Last try on this. Last try, and then I am gonna maybe get 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna sign off and hit the bed. Dang it. Now I know over the air is supposed to be, a lot of people really want over the air. They want over the air to work. I would like over the air to work, but I could have flashed 10 of these suckers in the time that it's taken me to try and get this over the air thing to work. Okay. I think the problem was I let my phone fall asleep, so I need to have it fall asleep. Okay, it's past the first. Now it's registering. Now device info. Okay, we're cruising now. I think we finally did it. Oh, I spoke too soon. It's stopping at the same spot. Golly. Oh, man. Okay. I'll give this a minute or two, but that's the last straw. That's it. I'm done. I'm going to get out Old Faithful here. My good buddy. Been through many battles together. Me and my little FTDI. No go. It's a no-go on the... What if like I actually wanted to use this with the eWeLink app? This is way too hard. It's easier to flash with Tasmota than to do this. Taking me forever. See you, Kiwi. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming by and saying hi, and have a good night. Old Faithful, that's right. It's like my 6-shooter in the Old West. Is Tony still around? Tony Lamont? I'm excited about these sensors and stuff he sent me. He put together a bunch of ESP32 sensors and such, and Ryan doesn't even have a FTDI adapter. Flashed all of them using Arduino with a reset, jumped to ground. Yeah. I've got that on my list of things to do a video about at some point. I haven't done it, but I've seen people do it. A regular old Arduino Uno or whatever you've got, is still is capable of essentially functioning like your FTDI. I guess is a brand, right? It's like a specific company that made or that makes it. I don't know if it's the chip or the board or whatever they have that's proprietary, but anyways, they've got their own brand, and that's FTDI. But then, the general thing of a USB to serial adapter, might be good. A quick bit on to do a flashing with an Arduino for people who don't have FTDIs. Yeah, I do think you're right, Ryan. I do think you're right, and that's why I want to do it, because some people might have an Arduino sitting around and they don't necessarily want to buy or wait for an FTDI adapter. Can I tell you the funny story? I remember watching Ben's. I probably shared this with some of you before. I remember watching Ben's video about flashing the Sonoffs, and he as soon as he held up this thing, I was off. That was it. I was done. I looked at that and I was like, I'm not going to be able to touch that thing. I don't know what he's doing there, and he's talking about firmware, and he's got this other little circuit board with some wires hanging off it. That's scary business. I can't do that. And I put it off for months after that. And then finally I said, all right, I buckled down a little bit, got a little brave, tried it out. And the rest is history, I guess. But yeah, there was a time where I was intimidated by the USB to serial adapter process. But now that I've done it, it's just so much faster, so much easier. Change of plans. I'm here for a little bit longer. Okay, Tyson, cool. Does that mean you're not leaving in the morning? Oh, no, man, this thing is done. Okay, that's it, guys. Done with this dumb thing. All right, check out Superhouse. Yep, he has got some great videos. He sure does. Habmin seems to be more popular overseas. Oh, okay. So is that what he uses instead of Home Assistant? Is that his hub? Habmin? I've watched some of his videos. I've watched some of his live streams. I think he's an awesome guy. Yeah, when you do, and Ryan's telling you, when you do an Arduino, you do RX to RX and TX to TX. You don't switch them. That is true. True dat. Yeah, Bobby, you were intimidated by the Arduino stuff. I would like to understand Arduino stuff, and my proudest Arduino achievement was taking the sketch that Ben had for his holiday lights, or I guess he had them on like his porch and stuff, and just looking at it and tearing it apart a bit and figuring out how to make new automations and different automations with different colors. And I did it, and I've got a video. That was one of my older videos. So that's my claim to fame. That's like the hardest and coolest thing I've done with Arduino. And I just hacked it, right? I just looked at what somebody else did, took it apart, and tried to put it back together, and it worked. Okay, Lucas, have a good night. Go charge your phone. See you later. I want to open these up, but I don't want to wreck them. Man, that is amazing. Sorry about the noise. Control the heat pump using an IR LED Arduino and the My Sensors library. Cool. Yeah, cool. I signed up for My Sensors. Haven't done anything with it yet. Tyson says his wife's back, so he came down to get his electronics together for tomorrow. Okay, good. Good. You need the complete idiot's guide for the LED lights. Having issues and don't know what's missing. Sure, there's something everyone is glossing over. Yeah, I probably glossed over it. The very first video I did was that video about those holiday lights, and I did it because I spent months piecing it together and trying to get it to work based on a lot of different people's things, and so I feel your pain. That's part of. That's why I made that video. That's why I try and do these. I try and figure out what knowledge might be missing and try and fill in the gap. So I do want to do another video about the LEDs, and I want to try and make it simpler and better, because I still have some LEDs to hang on the house, and I want to get it done in the next few months before we start getting into holidays again. So find me on Discord sometime, Jeff, and maybe we can chat about it and try and get you sorted out. At some point during some of these live streams, we need to use Discord or Google Hangouts. I think Discord would probably be the easiest. And so we can share some things, so you can show me what you got for a sketch, and we can chat a little bit and try and solve some problems. I think that's ultimately something I'd like to do when we do these live things. Not that I have all the answers, because I don't, but I can probably help a little more if I can see and hear. It can be a little faster. Sometimes when you do it over chat, it's really hard to get all the information across that you need. So Ryan, you want to see the worst soldering ever? I soldered together have you ever seen those Pi Zero Boy? It's a Game Boy emulator that you can make out of a Raspberry Pi Zero and like a 2-inch little screen. I soldered one of those together. It's probably been 2 years ago, and it is hamburger. But it works, but it's so ugly. I've gotten much, much better. What's the Discord, guys? What's the Discord? Oh, let's share the Discord link. So Discord is Discord's like I wouldn't want to say it's a chat app. It's a collaboration app, and it's there's a live chat constantly going, and there's several channels for specific things. Like Hass.io has a channel, Home Assistant General has a channel, DIY has a channel. The developers for Home Assistant are all on there, and it's a great place to go and get live help. And then once you can kind of post in the general chat and say, hey, I'm having a problem with X. And then you can get some responses, and then you can start a private chat with somebody, and you can even do phone calls. You can do, me and Jay After Dark have done phone calls through Discord, and it works great. It really is pretty easy. You can screen share. So let me go quickly to the Home Assistant website, and I will grab the link for you. Oh, shoot. I just closed the chat. Oh, que idiota soy. Okay. Okay, let's pop this out. And now we're going to go to Home Assistant here. HomeAssistant.io. And need help here. It's right here. So if you go to HomeAssistant.io and you go to the need help, these are the two main places. And I try and put the links for this at the bottom of every video. Some of the older videos I wasn't doing it. I'd forgotten, or I didn't think to do it every time. So I'm going to copy that link address, and I'm going to put it over here. And now if you click this link right here, if you don't have the Discord app, it will take you to where you can download the Discord app, and this little code at the end will direct you right to the Home Assistant channel, and that's where you want to be. That's where you want to be. It's good stuff. Ryan's like, your hands go all shaky. Yeah, you definitely should be a surgeon. Definitely. Pick up a soldering iron, you start, yeah. We'll give you a knife, get your hands in somebody's brain. You betcha. Oh man. Can't hold it still? Yeah. It's tough. I've got a helping hands thing, and then I try and rest my hand on something else, so that it's not dangling. But what I found is I'd like to do I would like to do like a tutorial, say, oh, this is a good way, this is how you solder. But I don't think that would be super helpful, because you just have to do it. But if you go back to, I think it was the Zone Off video, I did put my few tips about it. You put the soldering, you hold the soldering iron still, and you just move the solder in and out. That's what you touch. And once you touch a little solder on there, you can take the solder away and leave the iron on there, and then the solder will continue to heat up, and it'll kind of creep down into the holes. So that's how you can use just a very little bit of solder and have a really nice little ring, and not not have a big ugly ball of goo. Took me a long time to be able to do that. And the magnifying glass, have you not seen, you probably saw pictures if you watched the Zone Off video. I cannot solder without these babes right here. Good dang nutty professor right here. Kids were playing with these. I think they're messed up now. Yeah, definitely. Anyways, so there you go. And it's got a light on it. Oh, light almost dead. Definitely kids were playing with it. But anyways, yeah, I can't. No way would I attempt to solder without these suckers anymore. So I got them on Amazon. I think they are $10. And I think if you go to my website, if you go to DrZzs.com, I put a bunch of products on there a long time ago. And I'm pretty sure I put a link to these on there. And it's an affiliate link. So if you use it, they give me a few cents or whatever. Progress lost after a week or two. Yeah, that's probably true. It's probably true. I don't know. I think you do hit a point though. Keep at it. Get some projects to solder and just keep doing it. Doing things like soldering a long line of things. Like if you're doing a D1 mini and you're putting headers on both sides, so that's like a dozen pins or more. If you're doing like a Raspberry Pi hat, you got 50 or whatever pins it is to solder. You do a couple of those, you'll feel a lot more confident. Do I have any RF devices that use, oh gosh, HT6P20B chip? Don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so, Alexander. Sorry. I don't know about that. Luis and Daniel, hablando español. Hablo algo de español, poquito. Pues mucho. Viví en México 2 años. Good morning from Holland. How's it going, Holland? All right, fellas. It has been great. I'm glad we got together and did this. It's fun. I hate to cut the chat short, so I'll tell you what you do. If you guys want to continue the conversation, jump over to the Facebook page or the Discord chat, and you guys can keep working on your projects together. I know some of you are just waking up. Some of us, like me, got to get to bed. And we had a good night. That was fun. We'll do it more often. Definitely this coming Sunday. And we'll do another sort of after late. Probably we'll split the difference a little bit, right? We did 10 o'clock in the morning this past Sunday. This was kind of impromptu tonight. But on this coming Sunday, we'll do something around 5 p.m. my time. I'll post it on the community page on the channel. And I'll put the time zones like I did last time. I'll pick some more random cities and put the times so you don't have to try and calculate in your head. Well, if he says, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, what time is that in Australia? I'll give it to you. So, okay, guys. Saludos noches. Buenas noches. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. It's a good time. It's a good time. Okay. Got to go pick up the kids from school. The timing was good. I got to get to bed. I'm fading fast here. I don't know if you can see my eyes are burning. This light is really bright. So, okay, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time. Adios. Take care.